I-44/M from Asia, like born and living. My wife 41/F is upset with me for something that happened to me more than a decade ago. I was about 31, I think. The mother would have been 41/F, and the daughter was 22/F. Me and my wife have been together for 9 years in total, which includes 3 years marriage. I've never told anyone because I thought I don't want to get myself in trouble. Plus, it was a very uncomfortable memory for me not that pleased T how things panned out. I told my wife a few weeks ago, and well, let's just say she wasn't happy, and I felt like some... Anyways, after my wife's drama, I am not proud about it. There were other circumstances as well, but I take responsibility for my part. I thought I will share it on Reddit to see how others might feel and respond. By the way, this is my first post on Reddit. So, I was working in the Middle East as a project manager, struggling to find a suitable managerial job. Despite my qualifications, candidates with more experience were getting hired for the roles I was looking for. Months later, a friend told me about an opportunity to work for a local businessman who was building a small IT company and needed somebody to manage and oversee the construction of an office building. The salary was lower than what I was looking for, but I had no other choice. I wanted a job, so I took it. The company was close to the Mama house, and his family lived right next to the site. The man was old-fashioned, probably in his 50s, and his idea was simple: get the job done, and he might pay me a bonus if I being underpaid compared to others. But at that point, I was willing to do whatever it took to gain experience, plus I thought this might work out better in terms of the field-level experience than boring desk job. Part of the deal was that he kept my passport as security. While this wasn't legal, it was customary in the region, and I needed the job. I hadn't seen one day. While I was at the office, the man's wife 41/F at the time and daughter 22/F came in. That was as the first time I saw them. In the next few months, things slowly developed into some events, and there was a lot quoting and flirtatious behavior that probably ran for about 9 months before things evolved. I can't write here. However, that looking back, I could have probably avoided. Long story short, the husband is apparently impotent and doesn't show any love to her. The daughter's husband is a very soft guy with low libido and poor performance. The marriage was a one convenience. I was told I cannot leave as my passport would be held, and that I had to satisfy them. The mother and the daughter approached me later. They both knew that I was with both of them, and not in any casual terms either, but not together. And they revealed Krusty was a not-so-good person, and his facade, and told me some things which I am not sure is true, but gave me goosebumps too. However, I have seen him speak and treat the foreign low-paid workers like dirt, and did end up giving my bonus as verbally promised. I used to go to their house every day, and East Shore's office was their external room to the main house. It was like control room for the whole project. That's when I was pulled on. This went on for a few months, and I almost had a gag order, and if it opened my mouth, I would be in serious trouble. It would be some sexual harassment case or stealing. I wouldn't have had any chance in those countries. However, this was not on a manor where they held MLM, hostage, or any aggressive attempt. Nothing like that, but was spoken as casually as we were having a coffee, and every discussion was cordial. They were seriously frustrated, I could tell, and guess what? I wasn't the first one approached, Anyways, with a lot of play and some intimacy as well, and some really close calls. Edit. I actually didn't reveal it earlier in the original post, but my real issue now is the one below. Since my wife, 41F, got to know, she thinks first of all it was wrong for me to hide such a thing from her, and also she says she sees me like some boy toy or male hooker she can't get out of her head. She is poo-faced these days. At the same time, she asks me a lot of questions like, what did I do with them, like the intimate details? She gets upset when I do explain and compares our love life. Maybe you gave them much better attention than I give her. If I don't explain, she thinks I am hiding something like, maybe I did BDS some of them, LOL. Anyways, last couple weeks have been really annoying for me, and I am mad at myself for revealing this to her. One day when she wanted to watch a move, I said, I have a better story, as I always want to get it off my chest, and thought she might find it intriguing. This whole 2 weeks on and off, we haven't made love for the last 2 weeks. I just wanted to see her reactions of what happened, and whether she's fair or angry and moody with me. Is it fair enough for my wife to get angry for what happened? And for hiding it from her, I did hide anything because this happened about 5 years before I met her. Go ahead, AMA, and let me know your opinion. Second edit, I had to do a second edit because I think certain vital information was missing, and got a backlash as I was more interested in the response for the current issue with my wife. I have updated some information. To clarify certain things, please feel free to AMA.